Global Forum is currently underway, and we, of course, will be covering it live. It resumes at 2 this afternoon, and you can watch it on republicworld.com. Republic TV also spoke to the celebrated author Amish Tripathi. Here's that interview.
I'm joined by Amish Tripathi, the famous author and also a diplomat. So thank you so much for talking with Republic TV.
Namaste, Devanshu. Namaste to all your wonderful audiences in India and the UK.
So how was your experience with the forum, and how did it go? Please tell us.
I think this is a wonderful place. I think Manoj Ladva put it perfectly. This is where India meets the world and the world meets India. And I was just a part of a culture boardroom where we had movers and shakers from the culture space. So the Director General of ICCR, Dinesh Patnaik, the head of British Council Worldwide, the founder CEO of View Cinemas, Tim Richards, the chief of the Producers Guild of India, Sid Roy Kapoor, Sanjoy Roy, the director of Jaipur Lit Fest. I mean, the who's who of the culture space. And it was a private discussion on what can be done to drive the culture economy and to drive the relationship between India and the UK. Very, very productive discussion.
Talking about India, how do you think what kind of role India has in leading with the other leaders?
You know, for most of human history, India has been one of the key drivers of the world, not just in terms of economy, but in terms of culture, in terms of in every way, in many ways. As Angus Maddison, a British economist, had recorded, India was the number one economy in the world for 15 of the last 20 centuries. We've had a bad few centuries, it can happen to anyone, but we are reviving once again. And we have revived to a certain extent economically. We still have a long way to go, but we have revived a certain extent economically and militarily. But culturally, we are still not punching at our weight, to use that term. I think we can be far more influential across the world. And conversations such as these will help drive that. And I think India can be a force for good in the world, because India can show a good balance to the world, that you can have traditions and liberalism at the same time. There's this false dichotomy that's presented in the world. Either you'll be completely liberal and forget all your traditions, and therefore no family, no community, atomized, individual, lonely, or you become so traditional that there's no space for liberalism, no space for women's rights, no space for LGBT rights. In India, you can have both in our ancient culture. You can be traditional and liberal at the same time. This is something perhaps India can teach to the world, can be our contribution.
My last question. After the second wave, that it really hit India hard. So how do you think, how long would it take India to bounce back to its original shape? With talking about economically and employment rate, when we talk about all these sectors, how do you think, how long will it take India to bounce back to its original shape?
Devanshu, it's been a tough wave, and there's no denying that. There was death and destruction across the country, and this is a pandemic from when it emerged from Wuhan in China. It has hurt the entire world quite drastically, and I don't think we are over with it as yet. The world has to find resilience to get out of this. I know it's easy to say. Many of us have lost loved ones, but there really is no choice. And if there's one thing that I think defines Indian culture, it is actually resilience. We have faced invasions for 1,000 years, and we are still standing. We are still here. कुछ बात है कि हस्ती मिट्टी नहीं हमारी, सदियों रहा है दुश्मन दौरे ज़मां हमारा. We're a tough country. We don't think of ourselves as that. We think we are soft and emotional. We are in some ways, but we are also a very tough country. This has been a very, very difficult time. There's no doubt about it. But India has the resilience to emerge. We will emerge stronger, and we'll help the world as well.
Thank you so much.